Girl, why does it feel like every week there's a new hair salon situation going viral? Like I'm scrolling on TikTok and I see this whole Tash Blaque Salon controversy. And I'm like, wait, not again, because at this point it's just one stylist. It's not one client, it's a pattern. So today we're doing a soft spring glam, something cute, something light, but we're also going to have a real conversation about the respect, money, and why getting your hair done has become a stressful situation lately. Because baby, this situation right here, it says a lot. Okay, so I'm going in with my base, doing my brows. Oh, okay. Let's just talk like real girlfriends for a second, because I know I'm not the only one who gets nervous before a hair appointment. Now, like, be honest, and I know it's been a while for me. I haven't went to a hair salon in years. So I know a lot has changed and I know a lot is different. But like, be honest, like if the question is she's going to do it right? Is she's going to charge extra? Is she's going to have an attitude? That will most, clients or, the stylists, just asking, how is it going to be? Because it used to be getting your hair done equal self-care, self-love. Now it's like stress, anxiety, and financial decision. And that's why stories like this goes viral very fast. So from what I have been seeing online, this situation basically blew up because there was tension between a stylist and the owner, if I'm not mistaken, but the client was sitting in the chair recording. So I don't know that the stylist did know that the client was recording the whole situation, but expectations were not matching reality and money, of course, which was involved. And the thing is, nobody fully agrees on who's wrong. Some people are like the stylist was unprofessional, and others, the owner was very unprofessional, and the client knew what they signed up for. So they knew what they were doing. They was quietly recording. And that right there is exactly why this is blowing up online, because people, of course, going to start choosing sides. So most people so far have been choosing the stylist side, and some people chose the owner side. But people were saying that the owner was very unprofessional, of I guess being inappropriate, using inappropriate language towards the stylist. And the stylist was telling the owner that she just money hungry, and it was just a big conversation. So it's kind of sad, but let's go a little bit deeper, because this isn't just drama. This is why it keeps happening. It's like no clear communications, prices not fully explained, expectations are not clear. Social media pressure, like everybody wants, of course, clients want their hair to look like Instagram hair or the celebrity hair, but not everybody understands, the cost. Yes, everything is very cost effective at the moment, because a lot of people getting the hair overseas, and overseas their percentage of the tariffs is really high. And it is kind of sad, and money as a value disconnect. Like the stylist, may feel the owner is overcharging the clients, and the owner is not, not understanding where the stylist is coming from. We know time is money. You have to get your inventory. You have to do everything to restock on what you can have in your salon. So when clients come, you have it, and they have to pay for it as well. So it is a bit of a tough situation. Now let me say this. I'm going to be real. I feel like both sides be having a point at times, because As a stylist, yes, because you have clients that may be complaining, say, hey, I love coming there, to the salon. It's very professional, it's very clean, but I feel like I can't do it because I don't have, I may come up short, and I don't want to put you through that. As clients be, proactive and proficient of what they're meaning. So I also feel like that sometimes, yes, owners can be a little bit of greedy, but I understand that they are running a business. So they have to get certain things for the salon. Everything is good. They have to make sure everything's restocked. The inventory, and make sure the billing, the dryers and everything is all connected and it's, clear. And I understand clients do pay their money, and they are, they expect professionalism, respect, and good service. And the stylist, is dealing with the time, the skill, and sometimes difficulty with the clients, last minute cancellations, and the owner had to try to cover and try to put people in the spot, so keep everything running smoothly. And it's like nobody is fully wrong, but nobody's fully right either. I'ma say this, I feel like in a viral clip that was very professional, it was not professional, I'm sorry, it was not professional for the stylist and the owner to interact like that in front of the clients, because there usually be a time, you can step in the back and talk it out and, work it out as adults. But all of the profanity and all up in the face, and, you have a client sitting in the chair. You supposed to get them done and finish out the way first. But the client just sitting there just listening and gathering all the information, recording. It was just very unprofessional for both of them, the stylist and the owner. So I think the stylist was fired, if I'm not mistaken. And this what really happens. Like it got me thinking, like, what does beauty feel so heavy now? Like, why it feels so heavy? Why does it has like cost so much just to feel put together? Because it's not just hair, like, it's the nails, it's the lashes, it's the makeup, it's the clothes. And sometimes it feels like we're paying just to feel confident, and that shouldn't be the case. So I understand with the stylist with that. But so with this whole situation, I don't even look at it as a drama anymore. I look at it as a warning, because if things don't change, more situations like this are going to keep happening. More arguments, more viral videos, more bad experiences. And honestly, we deserve better on both sides. I'm tired of seeing women, especially black women, can't get along and they get upset, and there's just so much going on. Because when we go to the salon, it's about self-care. We're supposed to laugh, understand one another, and just be in the moment. And it's just this time it's not, because everybody don't want to argue, fight too much. And girl, let me be real with you for a second. I feel like we don't talk enough about how much pressure we actually put on ourselves to look put together. Like, there have been times where I'm like, okay, my hair not done, I don't feel my best, and my nails are not done, and I feel off. And it's like, why do we feel like that? Because at the end of the day, we're still the same person. But the way the world treats you, it can change based on how you look. And it feels like there's a lot of this come from. Everybody always look perfect because of social media will have you thinking in that way. Everybody always have their hair done. Everybody is spending money like it's nothing. But in real life, people are budgeting. People are choosing between bills. People are making sacrifices just to maintain a certain look. And that's why situations like this, hit so hard because it's just not about one salon. It's about the experience, the expectations, and honesty, and emotional side of beauty. And it also deal with, Black women who have ownership, are entrepreneurs of a company, and you're willing to support. But it's also like it's just turns into a big controversy because we all don't know how to communicate and respect one another, love one another. It just feel full of hate, and you try to have so much expectations, and the communication had just went left, and they could have did better. And that's why situations like this hit so hard, because it's not just one salon. It's about the experience, the expectations, and honesty, the emotional side of beauty. Because when something goes wrong in a hair appointment, and it's not just, oh well, frustration, disappointment, feeling like you wasted your time and money. And I feel like that's why the internet is reacting too strongly to this, because deep down we all have had a moment where something just didn't go right, and it's just not with the hair but with the person who may be over you or not over you. It's just too much chaotic. And I feel like that's why the internet is reacting so much to this, because it's like work to them. They watch it, but do they be involved? Yes, some people talk about it, but nobody don't do anything about it. So, but I understand from the stylist point of view, the stylist stood on business, telling the owner, like, that's too high for clients, and it be hard. We all had a moment when something just didn't go right with our hair. We remember how that felt, and we actually do. And it's okay, but at the same time, I wish that the stylist and the owner could have squashed what they had going on. But at the end of the day, I know the stylist was being honest and helping out and telling everyone about, the hairstyles is increasing, and they all are. You go into the hair salon or not, prices are high, very high. So I just want to say wait, because I know somebody's watching this like, yeah, I had a situation like this too. Don't lie. And I'm not lying. I am completely honest. This is my first time just being understanding of both sides. And it's very confusing. It can also be very hurtful. But I feel like they could have handled that very differently at Tash Blaque Salon. I just really, in my opinion, for the whole situation, I just feel disappointed because it's already hard enough for us as Black women to go get our hair done and to have self-care without it being a big fight or just being a big brawl and being, unprofessional in front of your client, using profanity. And it's always a way to communicate, because we're not on the streets, and it's just too much. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to my channel, comment down below. Be honest, have you ever felt like a hair appointment made you unhappy because of the stylist and the owner is fighting in front of you? So this is my soft glam for the spring look, and I hope you guys definitely enjoy. Don't forget to hype my video up, and do not forget to support my first ebook, Celebrity Lip Combo Hack, that give you the affordability and also make you look rich, and you won't have any problems. My guide will guide you, and You guys will love it. So please go to my description in my bio on YouTube and click on my links. Click the last two and support your girl with the graphics and also the lip combo hacks.